There's an unspoken truth that lies beneath the surface of human relationships. A truth that rarely finds words but is deeply felt by those who encounter it. Women, though they may not say it aloud, admire and gravitate toward a certain quality in men. It's not wealth or status, nor is it charm or outward displays of power. What they admire is far deeper. It's the quiet strength of a man who has mastered himself. A man who, through discipline, wisdom, and inner fortitude, rises above his emotions and impulses to become the anchor in a chaotic world. This quality cannot be feigned or fabricated. It cannot be achieved through superficial actions or momentary performances. It must be lived, embodied, and refined every day. It is the essence of self-mastery, a state of being that Stoic philosophers believe to be the pinnacle of human potential. And it is this mastery that we must strive for, not just for the admiration of others, but for our own inner peace and fulfillment. Number 1, the silent power of inner strength. In life, we are constantly tested by external events and internal battles. How we respond to these tests defines who we are. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." True strength lies not in controlling the world around us, but in mastering the world within us. Picture a man who, in the face of provocation, does not retaliate with anger. A man who, when confronted by temptation, does not betray his values. A man who remains steady and calm when others crumble under pressure. This is not weakness, it is the highest form of strength. For such a man is not a slave to his emotions or circumstances, he is their master. This kind of stability is magnetic. Women are drawn to it, not because it is a performance, but because it creates trust. It signals reliability, composure, and an unwavering sense of self. In a world filled with chaos and uncertainty, a man who possesses such inner strength becomes a beacon of hope and safety for those around him. Number 2, the battle against destructive emotions. Every day, we face emotions that threaten to derail us. Anger blinds us, envy eats away at our peace, and fear paralyzes us. These emotions, when left unchecked, lead to regretful actions and harm both our relationships and our sense of self. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." To overcome these emotions, we must first recognize them. Self-awareness is the starting point of self-mastery. When anger rises, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, will this matter tomorrow? Will it matter in a year? Most often, the answer is no. When envy whispers its poisonous thoughts, remind yourself that comparing your journey to someone else's is futile. Your worth is not diminished by another's success. This practice requires discipline and repetition. It is not a one-time effort, but a lifelong commitment. Each time you resist the pull of destructive emotions, you strengthen your resolve. You become a man who is not easily swayed or broken, a man who inspires admiration and respect through his unwavering composure. Number 3, the misunderstood strength of vulnerability. Strength is often misinterpreted as invulnerability, a rigid facade that never cracks. But true strength lies in the courage to embrace vulnerability. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher and advisor to emperors, wrote, "He who is brave is free." The bravery to acknowledge your flaws, admit your mistakes, and strive for growth despite your imperfections is a mark of profound inner security. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the strength to be honest with yourself and others. It shows that you are not afraid to confront your shortcomings and that you are committed to becoming better. This authenticity is rare and powerful. Women do not seek perfection, they seek sincerity. A man who can admit his humanity while striving for virtue commands respect. When you embrace vulnerability, you create deeper connections. you show that you are not defined by your flaws, but by your willingness to overcome them. This is a sign of true confidence, a confidence that does not need validation from others because it is rooted in self-awareness. Number 4. Becoming the calm in the storm. Life is unpredictable, filled with challenges that can shake even the strongest among us. In such moments, the greatest gift you can offer is calmness, a steady presence that reassures and inspires those around you. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. When chaos arises, most people react impulsively, driven by fear or frustration. But a man who remains composed in the face of adversity becomes a source of strength for others. His calm does not come from ignoring the challenges of life, but from understanding that he controls his response to them. This calmness is transformative. It creates trust and admiration. It shows that you are not a man who panics or succumbs to pressure, but one who can be relied upon in even the most difficult circumstances. Such a presence is not only magnetic, but deeply reassuring. Number 5. Walking the path of self-mastery. So, what is it that 99% of women admire but will never openly tell you? It is not grand gestures or fleeting displays of power. It is the man who has mastered himself, the man who controls his emotions, lives by reason, and strives for virtue. This path is not easy. It requires patience, discipline, and an unwavering commitment to growth. But as Seneca said, while we teach, we learn. Each step you take on this journey, no matter how small, brings you closer to the man you are meant to be. We are not perfect, and we will stumble along the way. But the pursuit of self-mastery is not about perfection. It is about progress. Together, let us strive to embody these principles, not just for ourselves, but for those who look to us for strength and guidance. This is the truth that does not need to be spoken, for it is seen in your actions and felt in your presence. This is the legacy of a man who has conquered himself. This is the path we must walk, not just for the admiration of others, but for the fulfillment of our highest potential. Let us walk this path together with discipline, humility, and determination. For in mastering ourselves, we not only find inner peace, but also inspire those around us to do the same. This is the man women admire. This is the man we should all strive to become.